Yo, peace family. Hope y'all are taking care of yourselves and focusing on you because that's all that matters. All right. So we're gonna get right into this video. I'm gonna be talking about, I should say, my survival guide to surviving a toxic household. Now, if you guys have seen some of my videos, I talked about how I grew up in a toxic household with a very verbally abusive mom and things like that, and it can really have a toll on your mental and even affect your physical health if you don't get this shit checked. Like if you don't heal yourself and cleanse yourself of all that negative energy that you've sucked up from being within this toxic household, it can really mess you up within this adult world. Now, one of the things that you really need to do is make your room as comfortable as possible. Make it a safe haven. If you are living in a household with a toxic family member or whoever, make your room as comfortable as possible. Make it a safe haven for you to go to, because it's crazy how you come outside into the adult world and you have a target on your back, and you're already dealing with so much bullshit in the outside world. And the crazy thing is, you go back to your house and you have to deal with another target on your back and deal with more bullshit. So it's like you never get a break. I know it's crazy. I know the spiritual warfare is crazy because this shit happens outside and it just spills right into your inside world, which would be your house. And your house is supposed to be your sanctuary. It's supposed to be the place you go to for peace. But some people have toxic ass individuals within their household, so they never get a break. So you need to make your room your safe haven as much as possible. Decorate it, whatever the case is. Get you some bud and roll up a joint, whatever the case is. There's nothing wrong with smoking weed. You got some people out there that always demonize this shit or want to try to find some way to demonize it. But I smoke a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I smoke a lot, and I don't plan on ever to stop smoking, because the cannabis plant has put me very in tune with my higher self as well. I'm not there yet, but it has shown me glimpses of my higher self. There's a lot of things I still need to work on too. I'm still also recovering from a toxic household that I was in growing up. Um, you could try talking to this toxic individual within your family, but if they don't want to hear that shit, then just don't even bother, because you're gonna do nothing but hurt yourself. I've tried doing this with my own mom, trying to talk to her, trying to elevate her and uplift her, trying to have her self reflect on herself to see, her shadow side, what's going on. But my mom is way too far gone. She is way too far gone. I told you guys how she bleached her skin, and I feel like a lot of this hatred, this self hatred that she has, it spills into other areas of her life. And for you parents out there who are deciding to have a kid, and you're gonna be very verbally abusive to your kid and treat your kid like shit, I wish nothing good on you. Because what the fuck is the point in having a kid if you're gonna disregard your kid like that? If you're gonna treat your kid like shit, do not spread your legs open and have a kid if you're gonna traumatize your kid or talk down on your kid. You get what I'm saying? It's the stupidest shit. It makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense. Now, when I have a kid in the future, because I turn 23 in like next month, December 10th. Literally a month from now. But if I have a kid, I'm gonna discipline them, but I'm not gonna treat them like shit, right? I'm not gonna verbally abuse him, because your kid is supposed to be a greater version of you, Your kid is supposed to be a greater version of you. That's the whole point in having a kid, so you can break that generational curse, right? Being in a toxic household it can drive you crazy. It can really drive you crazy. Like, you're already fed up from this hostile world that you got to deal with, and then you got to come home and deal with this individual. Like, just even hearing my mom's voice, hearing her walk, hearing her make noise, or whatever the case is, it evokes a certain emotion within me. It does. You get what I'm saying? So another thing that you can do to survive a toxic household is listen to music, right? Listen to a lot of music, because like I said, just even hearing this toxic individual walk or just being around their frequency will just piss you off. So listen to music. I love music. Without music, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I love music. I listen to rap music. I listen to all music, right? I listen to all music. That's another thing I do, is listen to music. Another survival tip, another survival tip that you can do is try to talk to, like, maybe I have nobody, but if you have somebody you can talk to, try talking to like a family member or my bad, or family member is not toxic, but try talking to like a friend or somebody out there that you can that you feel comfortable with, that you can relate to, because you got other people out there that are dealing with the same thing as you, that are dealing with toxic people within their own family. So maybe talk to them, see if you can like relate to them and things like that. Try to see if you can stay over their house. Now, if you don't have any friends or nobody like me, record YouTube videos for real. Like talk about your experience in these toxic, verbally abusive households, like I do. Record a YouTube video, speak your mind, get this shit off your chest because it makes me feel better, and I'm helping people out. So just tell your story. Tell your story. There's a lot of people out there that are dealing with the same shit. It's getting dark out, y'all. So, but anyways, um, another tip to survive a toxic household is try to try to not argue with this individual, and try to set boundaries, because this toxic individual is going to try to push your boundaries. They're going to try to violate you, try to push your boundaries and things like that, and let them know up front. um there's a way you can be assertive without making yourself look angry or very hostile. Just assert yourself very professionally, let them know that you're not dealing with their bullshit, and that their vibration that they're just a negative, low vibrational person. Like, set those boundaries, because you don't want their frequency to affect your frequency and affect you outside in this adult world, because a lot of children grow up in these toxic households, their parents calling them bitch, stupid, motherfucker, dumb, like me, right? And luckily I healed and went within. If I didn't, I could have been that hurt person that hurt somebody else. Now my phone's at 10%, so if the video just ends abruptly, it is what it is, guys. But anyways, do not do not let these people think that there's something wrong with you, because these toxic individuals will try to gaslight you. They'll try to do a lot of manipulative tactics. They'll try to say, "Oh, I did this for you, so that's the reason why I can do this." They're not gonna maybe say that, but they're gonna try to, like, just because they're your parents or just because they're blood related, they think that they can just violate you and do you any kind of way. You got, like, that's not gonna work. You got people out here that really are like that. Like my mom, for example, she she wouldn't really show that love and nurture. I didn't really get that from both of my parents, to be honest. But my mom would buy us stuff, make sure we were fed. You know what I'm saying? Buy food, and I'm gonna say that I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. But she didn't really show that true love and nurture. Like, your kids aren't going to remember what you did for them, but they're going to remember the times that you spent with them, the times that you loved on them, the times that you connected with them, because that's something that's going to be held within your soul, within your spirit. I couldn't connect with none of my people. It sucks, like, but it is what it is, bro. Like, I didn't choose to be here, and I don't understand that. Like, you chose to spread your legs open and have a kid. I didn't choose to be here. So why would a parent choose to disregard their kid like that, to talk down on their kid? Shit makes no fucking sense. And my grandparents were chill, and they're very positive people. I love my grandparents. They're not here anymore. Rest in peace to their soul. But I love my grandparents. They're not here anymore. And so I don't understand how my mom came out like that. But I think that's just something with that self hatred that spilled into other areas of her life. Toxic people, bro. Like, they can turn you into a they can turn you into a toxic person. They're like a virus. You gotta stay away from their ass. Go in your room, for real. Meditate. Plant your feet in the grass and go out into nature, yo. That shit will lower your blood pressure. Roll you one up. And if your parent, like your parents, yo, like, just because they're your parents and they gave birth to you, doesn't mean that they can be toxic and treat you any kind of way. Because I know a lot of people who let their parents bitch slap them and do them any kind of way, just because they're blood related to their parents. Anyways, guys, try to think if there's anything else. I listen to a lot of music. I would try to avoid as much contact as I can with this individual. I tried talking to my mom. Shit didn't work out. Um, that's honestly the best you can do, honestly, unless you just move out and get your own place and you don't have to deal with that shit. But yeah, y'all. So please protect your energy out here. The spiritual warfare is so fucking real. When I say that, I mean that shit from the bottom of my soul. Like, people out here are fucking crazy. They're wicked, yo. They don't give a fuck about nothing. So you shouldn't really give a fuck. But I say go about it in a way that's righteous. You feel me? Don't give a fuck, but go about it in a way that's righteous to where you're not hurting other people. Like, I just hearing my mom's voice, yo, just it pisses me off. Just hearing her walk, seeing her, you feel me? But anyways, guys, take care of yourself. Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. I just can't. I just can't. Just me thinking about the toxic household that I was in is just making me pissed right now. Just evoking a certain emotion within me. Just talking about this shit. You got some parents out there that treat their friends way better than their kid. And I told my mom about this shit too, and she didn't even give a fuck. So that's another reason why it's like, bro, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Why the fuck did you even choose to spread your legs open and have a kid just so you can go around and tell people, oh look, I got a kid, I got a son, I got a daughter? Like, yeah, fuck your parents if they treat you like shit. They can get the same treatment as somebody on the street. That's how I feel. And maybe you may disagree with me on that, but it is what it is, bro. That goes for anybody outside the family or whoever. Disregard they ass if they treat you like shit. Fuck them. And when they get older, they're gonna run back to you. They're gonna try running back to you, asking you for help. And make sure you tell them, remember when you did this? Remember when you told me I wasn't shit? Remember you feel me? You're gonna give them that same fucking treatment. Because when they get old, they're gonna need help. They're gonna need somebody to help them wash their ass or whatever the case is. And I know I'm not gonna be there for my mom. Fuck. Ask your friends to help your ass out. Your friends that you love and show so much love. Don't even say, mama. My mom and I don't even talk. You feel me? Anyways, peace.